Good afternoon, my YouTube viewers. Crystal here. I just wanted to make another video concerning the analytics Identify the Sentiments competition because last night I got XGBoost to work on it. And whenever I got XGBoost to work on it, I put it into the analytics, the higher website solution, and I got about an 87% accuracy, but I believe the accuracy was still lower than the logistic regression. I did scored higher on the logistic regression than I've scored on any other models for this Identify the Sentiments. What I wanted to do is after I submitted the XGBoost, I had some code to fine tune it. And so I tried to fine tune it. And then whenever I fine tuned it, what happened was my score was even lower than it had been before I fine tuned it, which was a little bit exasperating because when you fine tune the code, it's supposed to be better. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to take you through this video to show you, to compare the XGBoost with the fine tuning, which obviously didn't give me the results that I wanted. So I'm not using the fine tuning results. I just made them all remarks. So what we did was we inputted all of our libraries, which you need to do. We loaded up our files, so you can see the train file, you can see the shape of the train file, you can see train info, you can see a description of the train file, and then you can see the test file. The difference between the test file and the train file is the test file does not have a label, whereas the train file does. I combined the train file and the test file by appending the test file to the train file. So we've got a combination of the two files, and you can see that the test file in the label section, it says not a number because there was no column for that. So I wanted to see the shape of the combine, I wanted to see info of the combine, and I wanted a description of the combine file as well. I installed a parser which would help me to prepare the file for the natural language processing. So I also created another column called Tidy Tweet, and all of the work is going to be done on the Tidy Tweet. Created a function called remove pattern that'll remove the patterns that you don't want. So we removed the handle, so removed the @ sign with the user section because that's not necessary. We changed all the tweets into lowercase. We had the apostrophe dictionary, so all of the apostrophe words were changed to the actual wording. We had a lookup dictionary. And then what we did was we changed the Tidy Tweet column. So we took out the apostrophes and put in the actual wording. We had a short word dictionary. So what that did was all of the short words, they took out the short words and put the actual words in. We had an emoticon dictionary, did exactly the same thing with the emoticon dictionary. So you can see that the Tidy Tweet has been changed because they've been doing making all these changes to the Tidy Tweet column. We removed special characters, and we removed words that were less than 3 characters. This spelling correction in text blob, I didn't do that because it takes such a long time, but if you've got the time and you want to do it, I'm sure it would improve your accuracy. So I've got the coding there if you wanted to use it. We tokenized the tweets, which meant every word was separated by a comma. We did something called Porter stem, which further processed the text. So we've got a for loop to actually tokenize the tweets. Now you can see all of the words in these tweets, and you can see the big words mean that you can see it a lot, and the small words means it's less frequency. We put the normal words in the tweets, so the big words meant that word appears often, and the small word means that it doesn't appear very often. We put the negative words, and it's exactly the same fashion as the normal words and all words. So we collected the hashtags, and we extracted the hashtags from the tweets because you don't need those. So now we have a list of all of the positive tweets, and then we have a list of all of the negative tweets. So now what we're doing is we're vectorizing the tweets, and then what we're doing is we're creating a bag of words, and bag of words was the model that we used to predict. So we split our training set into two. 70% of it was going to be training and 30% was going to be testing. And now we're using the XGB classifier, and you can see the XGB classifier and how it worked. And I did experiment with it a little bit to change the estimators and the max depth to see if I could get the accuracy a little bit better. So we made our prediction based upon XGB model. So we made a prediction based upon the test set, and we had an accuracy of 88%. And then we created our submission file, and this is the file that I submitted to the analytics VidHaya, and I got an 87% on that. And then, so what I've done is I've included the code for the fine-tuning, which in order to fine-tune XGBoost, you need to use this D matrix, and D matrix helps you to set up the file in the format that XGBoost needs to work on it. And the reason why is because XGBoost is not really part of the sklearn kit. So I've even put a note in there that said fine-tune gave a lower score than the standard XGB, but you've got all of the parameters here, and you can experiment with them if you want to. And yeah, so we go down the list and you try to fine tune it and get the best score that you can. But I didn't think that the score for me, the score was actually lower, so I just decided not to use it, and I just decided to use the standard XGB. But if you want to experiment with this and try to get it up, it's up to you. So that concludes it for this presentation on making a prediction on the Analytics VidHaya competition using XGB. If you like my video, please like, subscribe, and share. And if you like the work I'm doing, I've got my email address down below if you want to make a donation to PayPal, because I do not have any enough subscribers to get monetized, and I don't think that people who are monetized get very much anyway, because they seem to be going to Patreon and asking people to support them in Patreon. And let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of this video, and if you've got any ideas on how I can fine tune this to get my accuracy up, I would love to hear them. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I look forward to making the next video for you to watch.